Went to Bodega this weekend to buy a sandwich. Interaction mostly went fine. When I went to pay, I was told my sandwich should be $10. When I looked at the transaction, it was for $80.
You want to charge $700 for this. $142 per pan. I'm sorry, that's insane.
How much? 4? 24? Oh. I thought you said $4 each?
Yeah.
So I was at 24. Isn't it $8? So the hot dog is $8? Wow. I'm from here. I know that's way too much for a hot dog.
Well, we're going to delve into the New York City vendors who seemingly are charging a lot of money based on your appearance. Why, if you're a local, well, you're probably going to get a hot dog for $4. If you're drunk, if you're a tourist, well, that's scalable. But I'm also going to show you why all this food from vendors is so high. And of course, we know who's to blame.
Oh my god, guys, literally just got like fleeced in Times Square. They paid $62 for 3 burgers, 2 drinks and some nacho fries. $62 in this tiny little cart. Oh my god, they have no prices. So just watch out because they're gonna fleece you.
I got upset because I said I want 2 euros of lamb. He pulls out one small piece and I go, is that for what?
Him 40 for
He charged me $42, but then he...
Why are you stealing from Messiah?
$42? He charged me $42 for 30 tax of $35.
Is this a tourist trap or just New York prices? A man is left fuming after being charged $42 for 2 basic street gyros. This heated debate over card fees and meat portions is exactly why you need to watch your wallet in NYC.
Look, if you're a tourist going anywhere, once you get into, now I go to Orlando a lot, I go to Clearwater a lot, and I love Universal Studios, but there's a reason why I stay on the outskirts of Orlando. Those hotels are a third of the price of what they are in Orlando. I eat also outside of Orlando. They have even better restaurants, higher quality food, and it's half the price. You just got to use your frickin' mind. You know, you're going to see in a couple of these, there's just the obvious just needs to kick in, okay?
Guys, I'm going to show you something here in Times Square that you need to be aware of. You're coming here, you're saying, I want to try a New York City hot dog. Well, you're in luck because they have some great hot dogs and they have a lot of big carts, but the problem is none of them have their prices on them. He's got over 100 items. And look, he even served Bill Gates. Bill Gates ate one of his hot dogs. But you can see he's got 100 items out of this little cart. You've got hot dogs, gyros, lamb over rice, chicken over rice. You've got corn dogs, chili dogs. I think he sells real dogs. But you've got shish kebab and shish kajim. Everything you could think of, pretzels. He's got everything except one thing, and that's prices.
First off, I have a hard time believing Bill Gates stopped there and got a hot dog, okay? This guy is the king of, you know, eating healthy and having cell-cultured meat and blah, blah, blah. It's just too easy nowadays with computers to make it look like something happened that didn't. But nonetheless, the point of the fact of the matter is there's no prices. maybe you should ask before you order and be real fucking specific. You know, how much is that hot dog? Okay, it is the mustard and the relish and the sauerkraut all part of that price. That's the way it's gotten to be.
Imagine you're in New York at night and there's a hot dog vendor and you are hungry, so you go and order a hot dog and then this happens.
30 and hot dog is 20. It's the hot dog. You're fucking, yeah, that's not coming through, buddy. That's not fucking coming through. 50. What the fuck? Yeah, that's fucking good shit, brother. Hey, congratulations, man. Fucking great alone trucking around here. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself. Fuck.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it means. Selective targeting. It's the same thing that you've been seeing on videos with Walmart and other places that all of a sudden they don't have a price. You got to take this fucking hand computer and scan it. And it's going to make a decision based on your affordability of what you're used to spending. So if you're a tight ass like me, blue jeans are probably going to cost you about 18 bucks. If you're one of those dummies that spend money till no end and fill up your credit card, well, you're probably going to be paying, 40 bucks for blue jeans. You work through it, man. We're smarter than this.
How much it is?
Listen, New York, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta start slapping this shit out these niggas. Cause a nigga like me, I ain't even gonna hold you. If I was these niggas, and I'm sitting here, and I'm buying me, my baby, a hot dog, and this motherfucker say $20, I'm walking the fuck off with that fucking hot dog. Cause why the fuck is your prices hidden behind a fucking pretzel sign? And then when I ask you the price, you move the pretzel sign. I would have knocked him the fuck out and just walked off with the hot dog. Cause what the fuck? It's like every day you get hustled by somebody. Like every day somebody trying to hustle you. Every day somebody.
Well, if anybody knows about hustling, it's not all of them, but, it's always them. Right away, we got to turn to violence.
For $13. This shit better be lit. I'm tired. This shit better be the best shit I ever had. You don't taste the meat. It's just like a lot of white sauce, but you don't taste the meat. This shit overpriced for $13. This shouldn't be no more than $8. They gotta start overpricing shit. One more bite. You don't even taste the meat. You just taste the white sauce. Nah, they gotta put. I don't know. I have to do this a 6 overpriced.
Yeah, there's nothing that just really sucks that when you're hungry and you do go to a street vendor, which, in my area where I live, in luxurious Wisconsin, we do have, actually a few years ago, we used to have a lot of food trucks dancing around. And yeah, it was pricey. Not obnoxious, but it was pricey. And of course, the government, what did they do? Oh my God, let me explain the whole thing to you before we keep on going here. So my city went and bought this old coal area, meaning, coal you throw in ships, and that's what, heats up the water and turns the engines and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, haven't used it for years. It's part of a parking lot too. So they bought this whole area. They put up this bar. And of course, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, it is busy down there. I mean, they're really packing in the people. All the food trucks are lined up down the road. Well, of course, the city didn't want to see that because they're serving food in this new bar that they built. Got all those people there and they're not getting the money from their own product. So they chased them all out of there. It first started out they'd make them park on the other side of the river in a really small parking lot over there, you know, so the people wouldn't go and, well, hi, how's it going? So the people wouldn't go and jump over. They made it hard on you, okay? Then they found out that the people would all get together and they would jump on these little shuttles that you pedal. They carry about 10 people. And they'd head over there by the food vendors. They would get their food and then come on back because it was an outdoor venue bar, okay? Well, then, of course, you know, the city cracked down and made thousands of dollars in order to get a permit. You weren't allowed to park there. You had to park even further down by the church, which was 6 blocks down. You know, our fucking government. You know, there's one there too. You know, if you're stupid enough to pay it, they're gonna rake you. Okay. Do you want to go out? Is that what you want to do? Yeah, we want to go outside. Okay, let's go. All right, puppy emergency over.
Katz's Deli in New York City may just be the most famous deli in the world, and their pastrami sandwich, which now costs over $27, is the star of the show. The incredibly flavorful meat is carved right when you order it, and the sandwich is thankfully pretty big, though not big enough for 2 hungry people. This sandwich is a must-try when you visit this historic New York eatery.
Okay, so this is where I differ right here. $27 for that sandwich. Do you know what goes into making pastrami, okay? All of the work, that overhead, everything going on in that building. And did you see the size of that sandwich? I mean, you're getting your money's worth. Yeah, it's 27 bucks, but I'm here to tell you, worth every dime. Worth every dime. Nothing to piss and moan about there, that's for sure.
For the love of God, stop telling people they need to shop at small businesses.
5 pans, $700, 2 meats, 3 sides, book special.
Ma'am, that is $142 a pan. Are you out of your mind? This is a tray of chicken wings. Looks to be about 50 of them. You want me to pay $142 for that? Maybe. This is a tray of chicken tenders. You want me to pay $142 for that? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. A tray of mac and cheese. $142. Not a fucking chance. Not sure what that is, but it's not $142 worth of food. And then a tray of canned yams that you probably added some maple syrup and some brown sugar to. $142. However, $700 for this? And man, look, I'm gonna be real with you. They look good. They look okay. I have no doubt that this is good. Again, still don't know what the fuck that is. All I know is I don't want it. And yeah, we've all had this because this shit costs $5 to make.
Yeah, you know that there is a point in time where you got to go, okay, you're really you're expensive. $700 for a bunch of finger food, basically, that you get in a box or a 5-gallon bucket and you just dump it. That's what they're doing there. Okay, there ain't nothing there that's been cooked. Maybe the wings, but you know, we gotta work through it, okay? Yeah, you see $44 for a steak? Holy balls. My goodness. This one will make you turn your stomach.
You want halal food? Just remember, this is where it comes from.
Really?
Yeah.
The what? Halal food.
This is where the food comes from.
Oh.
In a kidnapper van.
Yep, the white kidnapper van. Although, yeah, even more so because it's got cages on the window.
It's got cages in the window. They actually have the chickens in there.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and there's something to take into account also. Cleanliness. Where exactly did that food come from? Exactly how is it prepared? How is it saved? Are we going to be sick after we eat this? Lot to consider going on there. Lot to consider. Now you're going to love this one.
How much are the pretzels? How much are they?
Five.
Yeah, I want one pretzel.
Sorry, one pretzel?
Yeah. Okay.
$69. $69 fucking dollars? That pretty much just wiped our bank account out. I have no idea it's gonna be that. I was like everything like $30 maybe top. I didn't know it was like a pair of shoes. I was like $69. What did I just buy? If they didn't have any water, what an asshole.
Yeah, I tell you, stuff just really adds up nowadays. You can't even go to a fast food restaurant without being price shock. It's not even price shock anymore. It's like people having coronaries in their cars. You know, go down and get yourself a Big Mac meal. It's like, how much is that? Holy bejesus. And then they shrink the size down halfway. But here's the reason, okay? What's coming up is going to lay out why these vendors are so high in price. And it comes down once again to nothing more than frickin' government greed. Plain, flat, and simple.
Remember I said something was up? Because there's not a lot of kiosks here. So I looked up the application for this year, and I noticed something that I didn't see last year. Ready for this one? Vendor rental agreements will be issued as the greater of base rent or a minimum of 15% of net sales, whichever is greater. Hold on a sec. This changes everything. All participating vendors will be required to submit daily sales via a third-party software approved by Urban Space. Hold on a sec. So not only do the rental spaces cost between $22,000 to $40,000, they're telling you based on what you make, they're going to charge you either $40,000, or if you made a lot of revenue, they're going to charge you more. That doesn't make sense. That is insane. I would never, ever.
Yeah, so, okay. This is not new. Just so you're aware, this is not new. Depending on your age, do you remember malls? Malls were all over the place. That was the happening place to be. I mean, at points in time, that's where teenagers went to hang out. We all went there to shop. I mean, there was unique shops. There was unique places to see. I mean, they had food eateries, food courts, movie theaters, you name it. The mall was the hub. And that's where everybody collected themselves at. But, point in case, these malls, they would get anchor stores, okay? These anchor stores would get a deal. We're going to put up this big mall. So at that time, okay, they would, you know, call up JCPenney, they would call up Yonkers, they would call up Sears, the big swinging dicks of the retail. And they would be on the farthest ends, okay? And in between would be the small shops. And the reason why you were getting business is because the big stores were dragging in people. Of course, then stuff was a hell of a lot more affordable and our income was much higher, so they'd go through the mall and see something that they weren't planning on buying and go in there and buy it, okay? There would be, for those people that were in the middle, you would pay a rent, a lease. So monthly rent, a percentage of your profit every month, and then a larger chunk of your profit in December. December sales were a larger chunk of money taken out, okay? So it's not new, but this is why everything is so ridiculous in price, okay? We've gone from corporations doing it to the government going, well, we're missing out on it. We're missing out on money. So we're gonna sell licenses and spots. Some of them we're gonna auction off, and then, you know, we're not happy with that money. No. We want a percentage of your sales.
Guys, I'm gonna say this one time. If you come to New York, you're gonna see hot dog carts. Look at all the wonderful things this guy has. Beef over rice, halal food, chicken and steak. He's got hot dogs, hot sauces, chili cheesesteaks, chicken cheesesteaks, chicken gyros, beef gyros, gyros, corn dogs, hot dogs, chili dogs. He's got falafels. He's got everything except one thing. Prices. You're gonna come here and this guy's gonna gouge you. First of all, I wouldn't use a credit card because he can add anything he wants to it. A lot of times you'll buy something here, go sit down over there, look at your bank statement that comes in 10 seconds later, you'll notice he threw a $40 tip on there. Don't pay with a credit card if you can help it. Second of all, find out how much your stuff is before you order anything. If you go up and say, I'd like a chicken burger and a water, it could be 40 bucks. So go up and ask them, how much is a chicken burger and a water? And they're all the same, the exact same. They all, hey, what's up, my friend? How are you? They all have the same scam going on. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It's what they're trained, it's how they learn. Look at him, he's got churros, he's got mozzarella sticks. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it, but he ain't got no prices. Not one price. 500 items, not one price.
And that's, you know, my point right there. Find out what it is. Be specific about it, okay? And it's sad that we have to have gotten to this stage of the game. But how much is the hot dog? Well, it's $5. Okay, that includes the bun. That includes the mustard, the relish, the sauerkraut, the peppers. That's all included in the $5, correct? Yes. Cooking it? I mean, we've gotten to this juncture. You need to ask, and you need to be specific. And if you're using your credit card, which I don't think is a good idea, how many people, when's the last time that you looked at your credit card statement after you bought something? The detailed part of the credit card. I bet you didn't. And these people know that. These people know that they can get away with this stuff, and it's just like corporate greed and corporate rip-offs and our government. It's the same thing. They'll do something about it when they're caught. Well, except our government, they'll just fucking lie, but they'll do something when they're caught. But how many people don't catch them?
You won't believe how wild street vending in New York can get. One hot dog stand pays $289,500 a year just for its spot. Even crazier, many prime locations are only available through auctions, and every 5 years they go back up for bid. Why so expensive? New York is one of the world's priciest cities, and prime foot traffic is priceless. The city intentionally caps vendors to avoid overcrowding. About 3,100 licensed carts exist, and without a license, you can't legally sell. Many hopefuls spend decades waiting for a basic license. But the true money spots are inside or around Central Park and major institutions, and those aren't obtained by application, only by auction. With few parcels and huge demand, prices skyrocket. For context, a stand inside the Met pays $125,170 a year. One near 72 N Street goes for $233,000. The spot outside Tavern on the Green fetches $266,850. And the $289,500 site sits by the Central Park Zoo. The single priciest location is at the Met's entrance, about $415,000 annually. Does it pencil out? The average NYC hot dog cart pulls roughly $100,000 in revenue per year. Central Park locations likely top that thanks to tourists and steady crowds. So despite jaw-dropping rents, investors keep chasing auction lots because a premium spot can still be highly profitable. Vendors that secure top bids often expand drinks, snacks, souvenirs. So stall rent is just one line in a broader business plan.
Yeah, and there's more going on than that, just so you're aware. The dirtiness of corporate greed is just silly. So a lot of these places, and this happens throughout all of the United States, by the way, you'll have a bunch of wealthy investors, and what they will do is they will go in and buy all of these licenses. They will pay top dollar on all of these bids, all of these auctions, and then the vendor is going to have to go through them. So the vendor every month is going to have to pay them probably double the price. And then on top of that, some of them are going to get charged a monthly fee of percentage of profit. And our government does nothing about it because our government is part of the problem. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I got a ton more videos here that I'll post somewhere down here. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one.